guys. I found an article about the Exorcist movie reboot. They're gonna reboot the franchise and make 3 films. And the thing is, The Exorcist is my favorite horror movie of all time. And they want to reboot this, basically ruin another franchise, dull it down in this current weak cancel culture, mix it with a little bit of woke and feminism, try to milk some more cash out of it. And the whole big thing about this article is, have you heard? Ellen Bernstein's returning. The original actress who played the mother of Regan, the little girl of Linda Blair. And because she's returning, we're supposed to go crazy and be like, oh my god, there's going to be a trilogy of The Exorcist sequels made by Blumhouse Productions. What they like to do is make movies on a somewhat low budget, so if the movie bombs, it doesn't matter because it ain't cost a lot. It's not like these big Hollywood blockbusters with 300 million, 500 million, and then they're expected to make $1 billion or more just to break even though they suck too. So the script writer is going to be David Gordon Green. He's the one that wrote the Halloween sequels. Halloween 2018 was a shot-for-shot remake of the first one with Jamie Lee Curtis, totally injected with woke feminism, anti-male, strong female empowerment, okay great, whatever, with a very old Jamie Lee Curtis. This most recent Halloween Kills, their whole gimmick was, we're gonna bring back all the old people from the original films. You wanna see a 90-year-old Sheriff Brackett? Who cares? I didn't see the film, but I heard a lot of reviews. It really wasn't that good, but there were a lot of kills, and it was brutal, and okay. And I also hear that this David Gordon Green, he's supposed to write the scripts for the reboots of Friday the 13th trilogies. I think he's a shit writer. There's nothing original. He's depending on well-known established franchises, and you're bringing back original characters. And like I said, there's nothing new. There's no new characters that are gonna pass the torch from Michael Myers. And he's supposed to be trusted to make a new, scarier, better Exorcist trilogy? Yeah, right. So it says in the article right here that they're gonna ignore everything except Exorcist 1. So they're gonna be picking it up right after the first Exorcist, just like they did with Halloween. They ignored everything after the first one and they just did whatever they want to do. The sequel to The Exorcist stunk. The third one was actually really good. I suggest you check it out. And the 2 attempted remakes, reboots, reimaginings, whatever, to me they stunk, but to other people they thought it was okay. But nothing is obviously going to compare to the original. So they're saying right here that the star of the movie is going to be Tony award-winning Leslie Odom Jr. I have no idea who that is, if it's a girl or guy. Let's look this person up right now. So, this is him.
Fuck this. Fuck. Did you see this? Look at this.
Father, think of the child.
And he's gonna be the star of the new Exorcist trilogy. I mean, to be honest, I don't think he's diverse enough, because if it's not a female black trans, then I don't even want to watch the film. But, okay, so he's the star of the play Hamilton, okay? I know they're gonna make this super woke, super feminist, super diverse, because the original was none of that, and it was one of the most successful movies of all time. Hollywood can't come up with anything new. No new ideas, no new characters, and even though they have existing established franchises, that's the only reason audiences are even coming to see the movie. But another thing they're doing is they're bringing back old characters from the original movies as another sticking point. They did it with Jamie Lee Curtis. They're doing it with the Flashpoint movie where Michael Keaton's gonna reprise his role as, the original Batman. And that's the only reason people are gonna go see that movie. It's not for Ezra Miller. Also, the new Spider-Man movie, they're bringing back Tobey Maguire. Oh my god. Of course I have to go see that movie now just for Tobey. So basically, making a reboot trilogy of The Exorcist is pointless, and I'll tell you why. The original Exorcist was based off a novel written by William Peter Blatty, and it was directed by a very experienced director, William Friedkin, and it was made in the 70s, in 1973, during the exploitation era. You had movies like Taxi Driver, The Omen, many other movies. Back then, you could get away with basically anything, especially compared to now in the woke cancel culture we live in now. Because I notice whenever they have certain horror movies that are kind of inspired by The Exorcist, like The Conjuring, also if you've seen Hereditary, they always say like scarier than The Exorcist. I'm not saying it'll never happen ever. From when the original Exorcist was made until now, there is no movie scarier than The Exorcist. And stop trying to advertise it that way. So anything they're going to reboot now is never going to be more shocking or scarier than the spider walking scene. The scene with the, using the crucifix to masturbate. And then she's saying like, lick me and all that. The head spinning scene. And also the makeup back then, even though it was the 70s. It worked back then. It made it creepier, made it more realistic. And also the overall tone of dread and suspense that the original movie gave you. You can't get the same tone when you're just gonna throw a bunch of money at it and have special effects. Because they're gonna try to do special effects because they have it, so why not use it? But back then they had nothing. Everything was practical, so that's why everything back then was more scary. It seemed more real. I remember they used CGI in the remakes back in the 2000s, and it wasn't as scary as the original. So this is just a cash grab and another attempt to destroy an existing franchise with wokeness, feminism, and forced diversity. So if you want to go see it, go ahead, but I'm not going to go see it. So let me know in the comments if you want to see another reboot, franchise, trilogy of The Exorcist. Is it going to be scarier? No, it's not. But let me know what you think. Until next time, see you next video.